divide the number of Corvettes by 3, that, and see how many vets you're giving up. You say, well, I'm not willing to give that up. I'm not willing to be committed. Well, Moses, he weighed it out. And he said the reward of eternity is much greater than the earthly reward. The reward of eternity to being committed to Christ and obeying Him, it's going to cost you time. You have to give up time being committed Christian. You'll spend hours that you could have been in your leisure time to serve the Lord, to go out soul winning, to serve the Lord at this church in the local assembly, to do good works to other believers, to cook meals or whatever it is. It will cost you time to be a committed Christian. Moses compared with what he was giving up to the life he was choosing. Can you see him there? Can you see all those things that come down, hang down, the curtains and all that, the Egypt? You've seen the movies. Come on, you've seen the whatever. Can you see them struggling over this decision? Maybe kneeling on the mat, praying to Jehovah. Maybe trying to consider what he was about to choose. He weighed out the consequences. He weighed out what he was leaving behind, and he plunged into wholehearted identification with Christ because of the greater reward. You say, I'm not willing to make that kind of Moses commitment. Do you think right now that Moses is regretting his decision? I want to ask you, do you think in all eternity he will regret the decision that he made? No, his name would be forever among the people of God. He would be among those that gladly suffered to be identified with Christ. He would be part of the promised land, a part of the promise of the redemption of the world through Jesus Christ. He would be a vessel dedicated to the Master's use. He would be awarded and is awarded and rewarded for eternity to come with immaculate treasure that makes all that Egyptian treasure he left behind seem like Mickey Mouse nothingness. Moses weighed the reward, and he found selling out for Christ far outpaid temporary pleasures and treasures. Listen to me. You may not hear me now, but I'm not going to have to repeat this at the judgment seat of Christ, but there are very real crowns promised to committed Christians. Make no bones about it, many will run the Christian race, but all will not be rewarded with crowns in heaven. Only believers who were committed, dedicated believers, kept God's laws, His rules, worked hard for Him, sacrificed for Him, separated from worldliness, declared His name publicly. Those are the people with the crowns in heaven. Those are the people that were not mediocre, that were not lazy believers, or half-hearted, or valued this world. It is worth it to be a dedicated Christian. The eternal rewards far outweigh the temporary pleasure and the treasures of being a nominal, half-hearted, worldly, lazy Christian. Oh, mediocre Christian, as we close these things down, why don't you sell out for Christ this morning? You've lived, 38 years of your life, 48, 55 years of your life, 63 years of your life on the fence. Get off the fence. Give it all for Jesus. You have a short stretch until you stand before the judgment seat of Christ to earn the rewards. Forget the treasures behind. Forget the pleasures behind. Sell out for Christ this morning. Sell out for Christ. Sell out for Christ. Sell out for Christ. All that you got. Every day until you die and go to be with the Lord. Sell out for Christ. Would you bow your heads, please?